I want to turn now to NBC senior Washington correspondent Hallie Jackson. Hallie, good morning. I mean, Hegseth getting that vote of support, if not literally a vote, but a pledge of support from Joni Ernst, a Republican senator with, of course, her own military background. That's a big deal. Does that mean this confirmation is more or less headed in the right direction for him?
I can tell you that the Trump team is feeling really good about it, especially considering what you heard from Senator Ernst. I mean, listen, Democrats raised a whole bunch of questions over the course of that very long hearing about not just the allegations that you heard laid out, but qualifications, questions about judgment, his decision-making capabilities. But if they had wanted to knock him out of contention to lead the Pentagon, they would have needed to land that punch with somebody like Joni Ernst. Clearly, they did not. So at this point, it seems like Hegseth, barring any surprises, is on track here.
Let's look ahead to the other ones here, Hallie, because you've got roughly, I think, to Garrett's point, you've got about a dozen more of these confirmation hearings to come. Secretary of State, Attorney General coming up next. What will you be watching for?
So a couple of ones. You laid out the three big ones here. For Senator Marco Rubio, this is a really interesting one. He is somebody who is a colleague of the people who he will be in the room facing. And the question with him is really going to be about how many Democrats might actually get on board. That is something that I heard from a transition source who said, we want to see how many Democrats we can get behind Senator Rubio here to serve as Secretary of State. Already, Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman has signaled that he would, in fact, back Rubio. As for Pam Bondi, interesting, a very close Trump ally, and that position is going to be so critical here. Remember, the next attorney general will be, in so many ways, the tip of the spear for President-elect Trump's campaign pledge to essentially enact retribution on political opponents here. Expect her to face serious questions from Democrats on that over the course of the next couple of days. We're also looking ahead to controversial picks like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. His confirmation hearing is not on the schedule yet. He has been tapped to lead the nation's health agencies. That is going to be an interesting one because of his positions on things like vaccines. Democrats are already raising questions there, and some Republicans may raise those questions, too. Keep in mind that you have seen a full court press, though. You saw it with Hegseth, these outside groups coming in, spending big money on ads, including, by the way, in Hegseth's case, in critical places like Iowa to try to convince senators to get on board, and explicit primary threats if these Republican senators do not. That's why you've heard so much framing here about these confirmation hearings, Savannah and Craig, as a kind of loyalty test for President-elect Trump. So far, I can tell you the Trump folks are feeling good about how it's going.
Iowa, the home state of Joni Ernst, of course. Right. Hallie, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.